Your routine keeps you stupid. We are forced in a 40-hour work week routine. The moment we came to this earth, we were separated from our family, from your mother, from your father, and most of the time you had to be in school and evolve and create awareness and be in an energy that was forced upon you. So we consider it normal. But actually, that vibration that was forced upon you from a young age and that continued because you have to go to work, you have to pay your debt because you were forced into school, and then you have to pay for the debt for your house, pay for all these things, and it keeps you in an energy that's forced upon you. You are forced, mentally forced, to keep on mixing you in energy with people who are stuck in a belief system that the 40-hour work week is normal. And therefore everyone keeps each other in a slave frequency. And this slave frequency keeps you focused on the physical. It keeps you focused on what you can see with your senses. And it desensitizes you from the astral. It desensitizes you from the frequencies which aren't visible to the senses, okay? And the moment you start to disconnect from that routine and you be in energy more, you be in nature more, you be in your own energy more, okay? This allows you to raise your energy beyond the slave frequency that's like fast pace, um, negative emotions, fear, that kind of stuff. And then when you raise above that, which is only possible when you disconnect from the money system, and the money system, it's great for trading, it's great for getting what you want, but it's horrible for getting to a higher frequency because you are being forced to keep on mixing in the slave frequency to pay for your bills, okay? But also it controls your perspective. So what you want, need, and gravitate towards. So if it controls your perspective that you need to pay a lot of money to get expensive stuff, so because you care a lot about what other people think, so your expenses go up. But then your um, yeah, your expenses go up, and then you have to work just as hard, and you keep yourself stuck in this loop, in this slave frequency. And it keeps us blind because the thing is that the true power, true wealth comes from seeing life with depth, seeing life from your unique energy, your unique perspective. You, that you, like you, your unique self. You are undervaluing your unique self because you were forced in a slave frequency from a young age, and therefore you've never found yourself. You've never truly found yourself. You found parts of yourself, um, but it's like 10% of what you can find because you're always mixing with other people, always looking at that phone, social media, always getting these internal dopamine hits that change your perspective on life. And therefore, when you are walking on the street between other people, you are looking at their clothes. Are they wearing design clothes, like all these superficial things your brain is like wired to focus on because you've been programmed like that. But the moment you start to disconnect from that slave frequency, okay, you start to raise your energy and you start to perceive life not from the physical senses but from an energetic standpoint, you will be capable of reading every person. You will be capable of reading their aura. You will be capable of reading their energy. You will be capable of calculating and understanding the bigger picture of this person, their directions, their intentions, their operating system, okay, their perspective. And you will also understand the bigger picture about a lot of things in life, and therefore your actions become way more effective. Therefore your actions become way more calculated because your brain is capable of making more connections on a higher frequency. Therefore, you're capable of using like a higher percentage of your processing power to make calculated decisions. It's you can see your brain like as a computer, okay? And the moment there's like a lot of tabs open, the computer goes very slow, okay? That's like your brain in the slave frequency, stuck in a 40-hour work week. Like all these tabs are open, you are focusing on the news, on war, on the other side of the world. Then you're thinking about like gossip stuff. Then you care about what people think about you, and therefore you have to, be a certain way. Like you're thinking about all these unnecessary stuff. All these tabs are open, so your processing power in your brain is like zero. And then you go to the work you dislike and you think to yourself, why am I living a life I don't like? Because you have zero processing power in the slave frequency, okay? Your brain is forced to focus on things that do not matter. And therefore you cannot use your brain power to truly see what's really happening. And that's an energetic game that's forced upon you, okay? You are forced to mix your energy, your perspective, your aura, your bubble on a daily basis, most of the time, 90%, 95%, if you have a family, 100%. To mix your belief systems, to mix your habits, to mix your automatic pilot with others that also never had the chance to work on their own unique perspective, on their own unique vision for a long period without being influenced. So reality is right now that we are all blind for reality, okay? We live from an illusion in our mind that's forced upon us, and we call it freedom. It's not. There's also no freedom of speech. If you do not control your perspective, how is there freedom of speech? Okay, it's like saying to a child, what do you want to do when you grow up later? When they are like a young child and they will say something and it's based on like limited information. And then when they grow up, most of the time they don't become that, because they, during their lifetime, they get more input, they gain more awareness, they gain more understanding, and then their choices changes, okay? And with humans, it's like, okay, you go to school, you're mentally forced to choose a certain direction in a vibration with very little processing power, okay? And then you have to jump from work to work, and every time you are in a work situation, most of your processing power goes to that work, and it gives you limited amount of mental processing power to create a new direction in your life. So if you have to pay for a house, you have to take care of something, you have things to do, you have to make money, you have to all these things, and you're not living the life you want to live, you will be stuck forever until you make the conscious decision to remove your house, remove your monthly pay, go to a country that's low cost of living, okay? Remove your bad habits that cost you money, remove all that stuff and find yourself, okay? That's the only way to get in your own frequency, start seeing life with more depth, start perceiving life from a vibrational standpoint so you can reprogram your brain. It's the only way. Right now, most of you are stuck in a slave frequency, and the slave frequency controls your perspective. It controls your timeline and direction in life. If you do not break free from your current situation, you will be in there for the rest of your life. Because you cannot get a life of freedom if you stay stuck in a job where you are surrounded and constantly mentally attacked with belief systems of your colleagues or your friends or your parents who don't believe true freedom, living wherever you want, working online, doing whatever is possible. If you keep surrounding yourself with these people, no way. No way. I've tried it. It wasn't possible. I tried it for many years. The moment things changed was when I got the right information, booked a one-way ticket, and lived for free in different countries, and then changes occurred. And if you're wondering, Tim, how can I even live for free in different countries? You can click the link down below. Everything you need to get into a new frequency, change your unconscious programming, and get to a life of freedom. Truly, it's possible. But you have to listen to me, stay on the frequency of my perspective. You only do that by clicking the bell button. It allows me to give you a notification every time when I upload a video. Also give like and a comment. But what's very important, you stay on my frequency. You watch a video every day when I put one out, okay? So click the bell button. And very important, click the link down below if you're ready for freedom, okay? It's completely free. It's free. You will get in contact with me. It allows me to change your perspective, make you see opportunities, and create the freedom you deserve, okay? Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one. Have a great day.